Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's History World and Goober the Traveling Bear. This is a Goober book review on the book Confederate General William Extra Billy Smith, From Virginia State House to Gettysburg Scapegoat by none other than Scott Mingus Sr. All right, well, Scott and I are sort of friends. We cross paths from time to time, and he is my favorite Civil War author. And he has a lot of good books out there, so you got to check out his other books. And but right now we're going to talk about Extra Billy Smith. Okay, well, as we start, I would like to mention that this book is a signed copy by Scott Mingus, and I got this from him back in January or February at one of his lectures. Now, if you're interested in getting this, here's quite a bit of the information published in 2013. Savas BT LLC, there you go with the information, email, phone number. This is a first edition printed, and of course, Amazon. Now, I like to read these dedications. This book is dedicated to my beloved wife and best friend, Debbie Mingus, with whom my life would be unfulfilled. You are my inspiration and my love. So, as I do different things in the world of history, I too have a wife named Lisa, and she supports me an awful lot in these endeavors, just like Mrs. Mingus does for Scott. All right, who is William Extra Billy Smith? Well, to start off with, he is the only general at Gettysburg that was born during the 17th century. I think he's born in 1787, and he's an old man by the time the Civil War breaks out. He is a congressman for 4 terms. He is governor of Virginia. Now, how did he get this name, Extra Billy Smith? Well, that's because he handled a lot of the post offices throughout parts of Virginia, and he would charge extra for different items. And it got so intense that they called him Extra Billy. Now, Scott's book is well written, like all his books, and large font. And then the footnotes are incredible in this book. He has so much extra information in this. One of the reasons it took me longer to read this was just going back through the footnotes. It is full of illustrations and pictures. Now, Extra Billy Smith was quite the character. Here we have a picture of him. There's a couple pictures of him in the book. He also is a racist. Get that right out of the way. He is not a nice person on that side of the world. He has problems with getting in trouble a lot. And there's a story in here about him getting drunk on eggnog during when he was in Congress. All right, now, if you're into American Civil War, Scott goes into detail with maps of the different battles that Extra Billy Smith was involved in. Now, at Gettysburg, he really messed up bad. And after the Battle of Gettysburg, he no longer commands any troops in Gettysburg, or for the Army of Northern Virginia, excuse me. So, Extra Billy Smith is a very interesting character. I have to say that there is some incredible stories of how he loses everything, comes back even wealthier than he was before. It's a very interesting read, and it has a lot of neat information. And what's even neat or better uh, is, of course, it has really nice index. But this section here was very good. Smith's controversial generalmanship at Gettysburg. There are a lot of issues with Extra Billy Smith at Gettysburg on the first day. early sent General Gordon away from the Culp's Hill area and the Cemetery Hill area to see about some troops that was supposedly on General Billy Smith's flank, which they weren't. There were no troops there. So he's sort of like a Dan Sickles of the Confederacy. Some believe if he was not in command and that whole brigade was available, they could have taken Culp's Hill. A lot of debate on that. So Confederate General William Extra Billy Smith, and it's really a phenomenal read. Um, a lot of detailed information. All right, everyone, we're going to close out our review. Of course, Goober has 2 paws up. Laugh. Life is short, and just have some sense of humor in my history bear. This book is really, really worth getting, especially if you're a Gettysburg fan. I know the title doesn't seem like it'd be as much about Gettysburg, even though it has from Virginia State House to Gettysburg Scapegoat. This is really a must-buy book if you're a Gettysburg historian. And it reads really well. Footnotes are unbelievable. And Scott, I apologize to you for not having this read faster. I just have a few too many irons in the fire. So we're going to close this out and say stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and thank you for watching a Goober book review.